Hello and welcome back. I'm just getting these two ready for doing this contract. We need to get it ready. We're going to rip through the contracts, as we said. That is our purpose for this session. I'm going to try to literally get them done with these two monster ones. And I can't remember if I actually... Did I take the contract in advance? I didn't. So we are at field 28. Okay, let's get that then. So field 20, and the 27 would be next. So field 28. Let's accept. And let's get him going. Get the Rosamash. To be honest, we may as well get actually help. It's only one worker wage then. Trying to think, yeah, there's nothing I can do on my field, so I may as well help. It's all about trying to maximise the profit for us on our farm, so I know it is. I'm going on the contract. Give me a moment. It's funny, it doesn't seem to handle the this very well. It's a bit slow on the pull-off. Zoom in a bit, we're a bit far out. More like fertilising height, that. Yeah, I think we'll do a headland as well. That'll help both tractors, because it's a bit close to the... Yeah, he's going to turn around, so we'll do a headland down this bottom end. That's going to help both of us. I do love the way you can just see the wheels. It's rather strange. Must check my settings to make sure it's could be something I've actually got. Not a very good view draw angle. Mind you, it's all... I'm running on what would be called 3K settings. I have noticed that the videos are... It's a trade-off. If you do 4K, the video size is humongous. Missing a trick, aren't I? Could actually reduce the amount of field if I'm clever. Yeah, so it's... If you do 4K, the actual video size is an absolute monster. Which I know you could upload it immediately when you've done your editing, but even editing is extended. It's not a comfortable place, although 4K content is there. It's not very practical. It's really takes an awful lot of space, hard drive space, editing time. Really isn't a good place to be, whereas this is a trade-off. True 2K or even HD is... quality isn't quite as good, but this is 3K in the middle, and this I find even myself when I'm looking at my videos now, there's an awful lot of difference. The quality and the clarity on the equipment is humongous. The field textures are also massively improved, so yes, it does extend editing time somewhat, but it's I can live with it. I've got used to it. But 4K, I did a few 4Ks just to see the difference, and there's not that much of a difference between 3K and 4K. And for the difference in how long it takes to actually do your editing, it's, to me, I think I'll probably stick to this being my new norm. It's better quality, but doesn't terribly... wow, we're ripping through this. This is not going to take very long at all with 2 tractors. Yeah, I'm thinking carefully, because we do have to be very careful on our investment. Money is hard to come by, and the chunk of change we're going to get from this, I'm not expecting us to get that all of the time. Although I am going to hopefully hit the contract system, because I think this is probably the way that we're going to make more money than anything else, if I'm honest, because on hard economy doing our own field isn't going to bring in an awful lot of money. Debating on productions, but if I am, I'm trying to think on my Haut Beyleron and my Elm Creek, I've got sugar productions, but and what I do on that is, it's obviously very difficult to produce enough of your own product to actually keep the sugar production going all of the time. But it is obvious, if you've bought a sugar factory, you would be buying product in to do that. But I don't know whether that's fair or not. I'm trying to, you know, like win the game sort of fairly, but also the other thing is you don't want to be investing a massive chunk of change if you're only putting your product in, which is 15 tons a year. No, you wouldn't buy the factory, would you? So yeah, I'm a bit of a dilemma. I think I ought to be buying products in as cheaply as I possibly can from other farmers, and literally making whatever production we chose run at its best, because all productions are the same in so much as whatever product they produce has a high month. Yeah, I think probably one more run from me. If there's a very thin strip, I will let that pass, but it has to be very thin. Even slightly thick, then I'm going to do it. This is going to be close. Yeah, he's probably got that. I'll run towards him, and then I'll move out his way, because he's going to clack me if I run this type of width, because he's much broader than I am. Go to a narrow strip once I can work out where he's going to go. Yeah, let's say about there. Yeah, I think that's about right. Brilliant. Let's grab the just finish that strip, and we'll grab the money for this contract and move on to 27. That didn't take very long at all. That was amazing. Oh, that was messy. I don't know. Right, now let's try that. Yeah. One of my little mouses is, oh, that's better. It was not working. Right. Let's grab that one then. 28. Make sure I get the right one. 26 and 30 are what I need to keep. And we want 27. It's not so much, but then again, it's not such a big field, so. We'll use this one, I think, and we'll get the Russell mash going on the far side of the field. We'll get the awkward bit done down here. We'll get the Russell mash going on that far side. Excellent, at least we're moving the contract system on, because to be honest, it's been stuck at like with nothing going on for, well, I think I looked yesterday in editing, I noticed it's 9 years it took me to set this up, to get the starting equipment, because obviously all I did was run through the months until I'd got the equipment that we needed. So let's actually do a rundown, and while we're here. Okay. Yeah, it's really not so good at pulling off. This really is at its limit. Now then, need to be careful on this. Yes, this is. I'm glad we've done this, and I'm glad we're going up, because this is the one where it may go in the drink if you didn't do a good headland. This is the very field where going down this way that... Oh no, it's not this one, is it actually? No, it's the other side, I think. Right, let's get this going. Right, let's grab the... Where's he going? He is. Yeah. I do like this cultivator, it is massive. Zoom in a little, you can see a bit more of the detail. This isn't such a big contract, so therefore the payout's quite small, but to be honest, it's yeah, we're ticking up nicely, and we've got an awful lot, 25 grand actually tied up in contracts that are obviously we're sitting on because of the equipment. So yeah, when we trade those two in at the end of the of us doing this, we should have quite a nice nest egg, and I think we definitely need that. We need to invest wisely though. Let's get this. We should get headland done as well. Make it easier on the Russell mash as well as us. Yeah, we may as well actually do a double headland. Just go back on it, and then it makes it better for everybody. It's all about making the field smaller, isn't it, to be honest? Not that this needs much help with that. Mind you, it's a fair sized field. It's just that this is a big, massive cultivator. It's no good like pretending it's a small field. This is the one actually that's so expensive due to it having the lake, I think. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not actually. No. Because that, funny enough, is not that big a field, but because it's got the lake on it, the one I'm talking about, 30 something, that is so expensive. It was one of my fields that I thought, oh, that's in a good location, and as soon as I realised it's about 900 grand. Right. Actually, no, yeah, we are missing a trick, really. Let's tidy that up. Yeah, we'll have one more pass for us. We'll go right to the top of the field. Yeah, in fact, yeah, we'll let the Russell Mash lead. You can start, and then we'll follow down with the strip that's left. Otherwise, it could get a bit messy. They don't know faff around, workers. Right. Need to clean this up a little bit. I think we'll come back on ourselves. We'll just do that and loop round and then go straight. In fact, actually, we could leave the Russell Mash to do a little bit of that strip whilst we turn and do this. I think the next one we're doing is over this way, actually. Let's have a look what is available. We've done 25, done 26, 27, 28, 29 once the Russell Mash is finished. We did 30, 31, 32, 33, so we're now working 31, 32, 33. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll just let him finish his strip. Let's get this going though. Let's not shilly-shally around. Let's get that one we've done. Do the one, the hard one, the one that I'm talking about, where I dropped the tractor into the drink. That's that one. That'll get that hard one done first, so we don't drop anything. Should get an AI work has completed his task in a minute. Should do. He says, "You're not going to charge me for doing it." That's brilliant. Let's unfold. Now then, yeah, we need to start this from the other end. In fact, we'll do a manual one. So this is it 31? No, it's 32. Let's take the contract. Let's start to use our brain as well. Accept. Oh, no, it does as well, you're right. 27 complete. And 32 accept. Let's grab you. And create job. Field work. Target position. Let's set you about there. do it. Thinking about it. Oh, I'd not set it going. My bad. Right, let's get this bit done. He is as well. We'll set this going and then we'll go and investigate on why he's looks like he's bumping into something. Oh, he'll be bumping into a tree. Right. Set this going, do this awkward bit, get this out of the way, and then we'll set it going straight. Hopefully to avoid the water. I don't want a repeat performance of that. So he's charging me. Oh no, he's sorted it out. That's good. I'm glad, because I was not wanting to set this going on its own, to be honest. Let's have a look. You should see the Rosamash coming up on the road, I would imagine. This was the very first field I worked on this map. I did I think it was a weeding contract, and I did it absolutely horribly. It was a terrible job. I think it was weeding. It was one of the first jobs I did with my own herbicide, my own weeder. It was right on day one of FS22. There were all manner of things going wrong. There we go. Halfway through the day. Of course, that was very silly of me starting him from that end. I could have started him from the top of the field. Ooh. Car. See if we can work it out, or whether we're going to need to. They give up after a little bit if they do that, and they just sit there and then just collapse. Yeah, like that, he's given up. So what we'll do is we shall set a worker going on this, and we'll go and take that. Because he's just collapsed into a... Really? What on earth are you? Yes, I don't know what I was expecting of the AI workers under FS22, but I did think we'd probably see the most improvement of anything probably with the workers, and if I'm honest, it's only, I would imagine, very slight. I do like the way you can send them across the map. That is definitely good. I do like that, and it's reasonably okay. I wouldn't say it's good, but it's definitely okay. It works some of the time, but you have got to be careful about how you you've got to basically put them on the edge of the road and babysit them a bit, but then that's always been true of them, and they're not terribly more clever than they used to be, if I'm honest. It's maybe slightly better. I think Frithgar said he thinks they're much better. I don't think they're much better. I think they're a little better. They're still as finicky as anything. I'm not sure about with trees. They still give them a wide berth, but they don't seem to give them quite the jip that they used to do. So maybe a slight improvement around trees and objects. They seem to turn around on actual field work better than they used to do. They often leave messes near the edge of the field unless you've done a headland, but then again, most content creators that use workers extensively often do a headland before they actually start the field, so that's again nothing new really. But yeah, not seen many fail when actually on field work for silly reasons like they have done in the past. Although they've still got that thing where if they turn around on a field and they decide to go the wrong way, they just say right, that's it, and they just give up. So that's about the same as it ever was. Ah, he's missed a bit there. Let's see it. Another couple of strips for us both, I would say. One for him and then one, or maybe a tiny little clean-up strip as well, I would imagine. It's a strange shaped field. That's what caught me out on my spraying contract. I'm not very good on ones that go at a tangent where they go out at an angle. I'm all right on straights, but yeah, they always seem to catch me out. And this was, yeah, this really caught me out. It was the worst. It looked like I was an absolute, I'd never done a contract in my life, which actually I've done a lot on Lone Oak. I literally did an awful lot of contracts, including some massive baling contracts. One that was worth 70 grand, and the farmer diddled me as well. Yeah, the contract went wrong. It was horrible. I was really looking forward to this massive payout, and I'd done how far did I get? I'd done all of the, it was hay. I'd obviously you got to wait for it to turn on seasons as well, so that I think was the problem really. Wow, it's not like in this. It's not that big a hill either. Yeah, I'd literally cut the entire field, and it was one of the largest fields on the map. I think it was about the third largest field on Lone Oak. Cut all the grass, and we'd windrowed it, and obviously you didn't ted in that. There was no need. You just let it dry, so it was all dry grass already. We were just waiting the time, sped time up, and all of a sudden the contract equipment just disappeared and the contract failed for no reason. It was awful. I was gutted. Obviously, because I'd actually, all I'd got to remain to do was, actually, what did I actually, yeah, I did a baled as well, that's right. It was a baling, no, of course I couldn't have done, no, I'd literally, yeah, I would say I was halfway through, because obviously you got to wait for it to be turned to hay, and then obviously you'd bale it. So I'd not done the baling, but I'd done all the grass cutting, and was just waiting for it to turn to hay when it all disappeared and went south. So yeah, that was a bit, right, yeah, he'll be able to finish this next strip, and I'll go and do that clean up. Ooh. Highly cultivated. That means we must have done a lot then, which we know we have. Ooh, it's really not liking that. Say this is just on its edge. Seriously. Because this is not a very hilly. It's almost level. In fact, we'll be going downhill in a minute. This may leave a thin strip, and if it does, we shall leave that. I don't mind. Now then, let's try and gauge this correctly. I think we should be alright. Yeah, just, I would say. Excellent. Just go and do that little strip. Perfect. Right next to the field edge of the next field. Right. No, he's still doing it. Yeah, we'll let him finish that. We'll set this on. Oh, we can't set this on going until he's done. We'll put it at the edge ready. Now then, is that big enough? I think I'm going to run a headland, if I'm honest. Right. We've got to go that way anyway. It would be silly not to do it, wouldn't it? We'll go on the left edge, and we should get that contract once we've got this strip done. Collect on this one. Get into shape for that next field. I think this is the biggest one of these sets, so the one that we will make the most from, but also the one that will take a while. Yeah, these are the fields, the big fields at the beginning I was saying that are the ones that I'd like to buy, but they are all lots and lots to buy, so let's get ready to lift. Let's grab that contract. Smallest one. Collect and... Whoa. What is that field? What number are we at? We are on 33. 33. Accept. And let's just spin you around. Yeah, this one's going at an angle as well, so... Well, at least we're actually rolling everyone's contracts on. Let's get this level. To get this, especially with a worker, otherwise he'll go off at a tangent like that field that we did a few last session. Alright, that looks about level-ish. Right, Russell Mash. Right, let's get this party started, as the saying goes. Whoa, he really is struggling. Right, headland. I don't want to get sidetracked. I don't want anybody dropping in the drink on this side. It's slightly uphill though, this is going to slow him down a little. Is our field over there? The lime. See it in the distance. See the harvester and the tractors and the trailer. We have yet to use the Landini Rex, but we will. It'll come into its own when we are doing olives. I think I'd like to get some olives done. I'm thinking of going into the oil productions with us doing canola already. But I think we need to buy in product from other farmers. Oh, I've still not quite done that right. I can see he's missed a strip, so... Yeah, still not quite right. We're going to need to finish that strip off after we've finished. Right, we'll do this strip and then we'll just work up and down. May do a headland at that. Wow, it's way out. Yeah, I think we'll do a headland down the bottom as well, because I've no doubt he'll be turning way... Yeah, I think it's the road actually down there, thinking about it, because that's where our original field was. Against that, that's the railroad silo. Yeah. Yes, I must admit it. To make profit on hard economy, if you were just concentrating on your own farm, it would take absolutely years. And I mean, that's a big field, the one we've got. If you're working on a little field, you'd be literally eking a living, earning a couple of grand. Well, that's a slight exaggeration, but not by a lot. Yeah, see, that is our field actually facing ahead. I can see where the shed used to be placed. Do a headland at the bottom, tidy that all up. Oh, actually, he's actually doing it. Still, it means he's not going to have to go on the road, not going to get blocked by traffic if any traffic's around, so. Yeah, I know what we'll do. We'll get that top end of the field tidied up. Means we're facing this way anyway. It's hardly worth lifting. I was going to lift it, but it seems pointless. Field opposite us, is it 37? That one's, I think it is, that one's going to be a good contract, I would say. It's going to be a good little earner. That's going to take some time as well. I've sprayed that a couple of times with the once with the biggest one and once with the brewing self-propelled. It's good fun. I love those self-propelled ones. They absolutely tank around the fields. 15 miles an hour. It's amazing speed. Yes, that's something I'd love myself. You could tank around doing spraying contracts like you'd gone out of fashion. Let's get this strip done. Wow, we've nearly done this, and this is not a small field. It's surprising when there's two of you on a field like this, what a difference it makes. Ooh. It's a terrible hill. Wow. Can't believe he's struggling with that little tiny weeny bit of a hill. I should have said it. Ah, really? No, you have not. Okay, let's swap then. Let's go grab. Now, in what way, in what universe have you finished? Seriously? Swap back. He's nearly finished. And he's going to do his finished job. And he wouldn't have finished at all. Let's just grab this last little bit. We'll lift this and we'll go and do the other side. Right. Yeah, this is probably a good start-up big tractor to have, but still only 375 horsepower, so it is on the edge of most big implements. So, but it is almost within most farmers' reach if you were starting to do well, where you start to do what I call a turnaround, where you go from eking a living to suddenly turning around. I've not reached that yet on FS22. It's been a battle. I've not mastered the art of... There's a lot of things that still aren't working properly. I mean, greenhouses did work and they were churning out really well, and now looking at other content creators, I don't think they're working properly. No one seems to be making money. I mean, I've got some on my Haut Beyleron, and to be honest, it's always saying I've got it on selling and it's produced zero, and I'm like, well, when are you ever going to produce something? It's forever churning out that it's not producing any money. So yeah, it did used to, but I say they've done something, and at the minute it seems broken. So I think I've invested 20 grand in 2 big greenhouses that are basically just a money pit that do nothing. So people have said chickens are good, but I've always found chickens are quite a slow starter, even if you invest in them in a massive way. Especially on FS19, it always seems to take months and months, even sometimes years, before you seem to get a decent amount from them. So but people are saying that they're good on FS22. So I've always been into doing cows personally. Did used to start, my very first foray in FS19 was actually horses. I used to have the horse helper mod, only because I went for the 16. Now that was a way to make money, real serious money, but and again, it's only paying a worker to actually ride the horses, which is, people do pay that, so I didn't think it was that bad. It was quite a balanced mod. Again, a lot of people moaned about it. I thought, well, it's only like someone owning stables and paying stable boys and girls to ride the horses. It's realistic. It happens in life. So I couldn't see what all the song and the dance was about. But yeah, I did actually move from horses. I wanted a bigger challenge. I wanted to try other things as well. Now I think we'll leave. Yeah, this is going to get messy. Let's actually start to cut a tangent. I'll clean this end up. There's going to be a chunk there we need to clean as well, but I think we should get the contract completed in not too distant future. Let's just get that. Oh wow, okay. Even I surprise myself sometimes. I can occasionally get things right. And of course I can also get things terribly wrong. C'est la vie. Alright, let's tidy those little 2 triangles up. I don't mind that little strip. Although he may actually turn around and get that, thinking about it. Oh wow, he's not liking that. No, he's not going to get the strip. Okay. Let's get this little bit. Let's get it. Look, I wouldn't want that. It'd ruin my, even though it is a thin strip, I'm so close to it, just seems silly to, oh, I think I'm going to clang. No. Right, so I think the next one is the big one. look. So that's field 33. That's complete. Has it got 30? Hang on a minute. Oh, it's 36. I think 36 is actually. Oh wow, they've actually planted. Next one's 37, which is, that's not too big. 43. Oh, so there are some of them are actually done the work. Let's have a look then. So what's the nearest? 34, 37, 31. Ah, 34. That's our old field. Let's take that. Let's go and give them a hand. So 34. We shall accept that. We should get a worker going on that on the far side, and then we shall. By the time we've got the New Holland down there, it'll be actually done, I would imagine. It's not a very large field. Oh wow! I knocked that sign down when I did the field. Let's get you level. Let's get you something like, otherwise you're going to make a right mess. Yeah, we're moving towards the shop. I'm not going to go and do the top set of fields. It's enough to get the contract system up and running, and yeah, in fact I don't want to be folding that. It takes quite a while to unfold. Yeah, it'll be enough for us to get this side of the map done. It's just too much to go up the top end. I'm not trying to just trying to jump start the contract system, because it all seemed to be stuck on yes, I know. I'm on that very contract now. Yeah, it seemed to be going through the years. There was literally, as I said, a couple of fertiliser contracts I got. I only did one, and then I did the second one actually when we started the Let's Play. But yeah, I did notice it seemed to be broken, and I thought, nah, this is. I'm saving any work for the actual. When we start the Let's Play, once I decided I was going to do this as a Let's Play, just thought it would be nice to see, not only to see if I'd made any improvements, but also could I make a living on hard economy, because I think I said yesterday that I thought I was the only YouTuber. I think actually there are two other YouTubers that have already done, two that I've not heard of, not the big names. Most of the big names are doing things either on easy or normal, but some little content creators similar to myself who were just, actually no, I think one of them has been going for a while, but yeah, he'd gone straight onto hard economy. But there were only 3 people so far that if you did a search for FS22 and hard economy, there were only like myself and 2 other content creators that have actually done one out of all of the names, so I was quite chuffed really. We'll let the Rosselmash do that last strip. Yeah, you'll easily finish that. Now we will need to fold this for wherever we're going next, because it is quite a way off. Mind you, has it got 46? Let's have a look. No, it hasn't actually, funnily enough. It's got 47 though. Ah. Trying to think about 47. That's the weird one, isn't it? Is that? Oh no, it's this side of the. Yeah, we could do 47 next. So actually, yeah, we may as well make our way over there. And let him finish that. We'll get this ready on the field edge. Make sure there's no train. Oh, there is a train coming. I think 47's the left field. Brilliant. Still let him finish his strip. We'll get... yeah, I think we'll go to the top end of the field. Mind you, there's a forest. I don't think you can do any harm. Let's unravel. Yeah, it's not a very big headland though, is it? We'll do a headland at this far end. Brilliant. That's him finished. So... let's get the little one. Collect, and we want 47. Just make sure I am right. I am 47. Yes, I am. Okay. In fact, yeah, we'll actually set him going, doing the headlands, like crossways. Just hope he can avoid the tree. Just trying to get him facing right. Don't want any more tangents. Right, wrestle mash. Oh no, I just want to lift it, which it is already lifted. In fact, no, I am going to need to fold it across the railway. Certainly is a terrible turner, this is. Did I have a contract? No, I actually bought one on my No Man's. I was doing a test, what I call the experiment, with new equipment and old equipment to see the costs. I'm not actually put it on YouTube. I've not really finished them yet, but I did come to conclusions with my testing. But alright, should be alright. Train's only just gone through. He's doing side to side, so I think we'll start at the top and we'll go end to end, and we'll go and grab the other one and take it over. As long as he's done a couple of headlands, I'm happy.